Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, hello, hello. How wonderful it is to connect with you. How wonderful it is to be able to say hello, what is happening, what's going on with you. Um, it is a true blessing to be able to say hi, what is going on. How's your day going? So, for those of you who will be live, thank you for being live, for journeying together, for being with me today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for playing with me. For those of you who will hashtag it and replay it, kudos to you for making it work for you when it works for you. For those of you who will be on and I may not ever know you're on, all right, that's cool. That's cool. And for um, those of you who will be used by Papa at some point later on in the game. Good morning, Judith. Welcome, welcome. Later on, who will, give me the encouragement, share encouragement when I'm in need of it. Good morning, Letitia. Welcome, welcome. So good to see you this morning. And good morning, Devira L. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, y'all. It's so good to see you. Welcome. All right, all right. And so we are on and popping this morning. We are on and popping. Yes, 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 and yes. So, y'all know we got 6 days, 6 days, 6 days, less than 7, less than a week to count down, less than a week to count down. So if you are not a Facebook friend for Dr. Catherine E. James, Dr. Catherine E. James, you want to be a friend so that you can see what's happening next week, Thursday on March the 9th. 6 days to our birthdays. So yes, happy Friday. Happy Friday. So you want to make sure that you are part of the database, that you are in the know, you know everything that is happening. So let's go through our announcements while folks sign on. So again, March is the birthday month and women's month. The birthday and women's month. So we are celebrating ourselves. We're celebrating ourselves as women, and we are celebrating my birthday and all the March birthdays. So it's my 60th on March the 9th, and we are launching our TV show, For the Love of It. Make sure that you view it either live, and during that time, I'm going to call in. So next week, I'll have call-in numbers and all those things as well. This is how you can tune in. These are the many ways in which you can tune in, but we just want to make sure that you do. And then during that show, we're going to provide our new release. Our new release, Freedom is Our Birthright. If you check my social medias, you'll be able to get information about that. But you will be able to get your own download of that on that day, on March 9th, my birthday gift to you. And we're going to invite you. We've already invited you. For those in the database, you've already got an invitation to join the More Love Please movement. Join and support. And this is how you can do it. By loving yourself first. That's first and foremost, because wherever you have love, you're going to spread it to others. So by loving you first, and then a donation of $13 a month and or $150 in order to be a sponsor for one of the television episodes. And all of this can be accessed at drcatherinejames.com. That was pretty good. And then we talk about how to get into the database. You can use this to get into the database. And as I normally do, I will provide that in the in our email. I mean, what is it? I'll provide it as a link for you to get to. All right. So go into the comments. Celebrate. Good time. Come on. That's right. Let's celebrate, y'all. And if you need to be added to the database so that you will get some those announcements, they're going to go out next week. They already started to go out. So we want to make sure that you have all of the announcements. And so when you go to the website, this is what you're looking for. This is one of the flyers that you're looking for. 60th birthday. If you click here, that'll take you to all of the announcements and to the More Love Please movement. And there'll be another 60th birthday flyer that will allow you to just get in the database. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. That will allow you to get in the database. So next week on March the 9th, we will be on WHPR. And Sherry is the person who actually got me connected to the station. So thank you, Sherry, for the work that you do. She was doing a series on local book authors. And I was one of those authors. And as soon as I walked into the station, especially when we walked into the studio portion, I knew that this was my next step. And I actually told her that it was. And here we are, less than a week away from the manifestation of a vision. And these visions come from Papa. I'm just saying, my visions come from Papa, because the stuff that I get, I can't make it up. Papa uses our imagination to manifest in the earth what he desires to be in the earth. And so I'm super duper excited about that. So what is it that's in your imagination, beloved? What is it that you desire to bring forth in the earth? What is it that you're hoping for, that you are believing for? What is it that you are in desire for? What is that? And so I hope the same for you, beloved. It is my hope that's the same for you, that you have an opportunity to walk out your vision, to walk out your calling, to do the thing that you desire to do. Happy Friday, Keisha Yerby. Happy Friday. So good to see you. Happy Friday. And so whatever it is, that's your vision. And so Keisha and I were talking the other day. She does the same thing. She manifested basically a face-to-face, where actually a day with Les Brown. And then she did the same with, I'm not going to remember his name. Keisha, you're going to have to tell me his name. Ron Clark and his school and her experience. And because she is in action towards the things that are important to her, the things that give her life, the things that help her to walk out her vision. Ron Clark, thank you. Her vision. And so that's the thing. All of us have something unique to add to this universe. All of us have. So we may have the responsibility of caring for or speaking to or adding to humans. We may have the responsibility of adding to animals or plant life. We may have the responsibility or the privilege of adding to atmospheres or solar systems, whatever it may be. It's our unique contribution that add. So at the core of all of that is adding love. For me, at the core of all of that is adding love to the universe, adding love to the world, adding love to society, adding love to. At the core of all of it is adding love. And so when we consider that, right, when we consider adding love, then it's a win-win, right? Adding love holds us, right? It has us to say the things that need to be said even when we don't want to say it. It has us to do the things that we want to do even when we don't want to do it. Adding love will have us to do more of what adds to us, right? It'll keep us reminded that we've got to pour into our cup. that we must serve ourselves first. We must serve ourselves thoroughly. We must serve ourselves consistently. That we must. And adding love holds us accountable to the best version of ourselves. And sometimes going after the best version of ourselves is a bit scary. Sometimes it is a bit scary. But, beloved, it is important for us to be able to do that. It's important for us to be able to add love to ourselves. And so that's what we do here. That's what we do. We add love. So the question that's been all week, the same question, seeking the growth factor and love opportunity, part 5. You get to choose. You get to choose. I'm inviting us to choose well. We get to choose the growth factor. We get to choose. And I'm inviting us to choose well. What is our growth factor? What is it that we need to choose? What is it that we need to do? Right? What is it that will help you to grow? What situation has already invited you to grow? Where is it that you are hesitant to move, but you've been invited to move? Because growth only comes from exposure. Growth comes from exposure. Growth comes from experience. Growth comes from doing something that you've never done before. Growth comes from doing the things you have done before, but doing it in ways you've not done it. Maybe in a consistency, maybe in a depth, maybe in a whatever, but growth comes in that. And so if we always do the things we've always done, then there's a limited growth in that. There's limited potential for growth. But the minute you step outside of your comfort zone, the minute you step out of that which you've done for a long time, the minute that you expose yourself to something different, you grow. You grow. There are always gems available for us. So there's the growth factor, and then there's always a love opportunity. Love is not always easy. Sometimes love is hard. Sometimes it's difficult to act in love, because acting in love means that you are pressing yourself to the next best version of you, which means that your comfort gets put on notice. It's time to move. And so I heard this way of putting it, because this idea of I'm satisfied and eager for more. So I'm satisfied with my life. I'm grateful for the life that I get to live. I'm grateful for that which I get to do. I am grateful for all that I bring to the table and the tables I get to be at. I'm grateful for the love that's in my life, for the relationships that I share. I'm grateful to have lived to be 60 years old, and that, I get all those opportunities. I'm grateful. So I'm satisfied and I'm eager for more. There's some rocks that are yet to be overturned. There's some resolutions that are yet to be achieved. There's some opportunities that are yet to be curated. There's some possibilities that are yet to be imagined. And there's some inspired actions that are yet to be undertaken. And so I'm eager for those. I'm eager for those to occur in my life. And I'm eager for those for you as well. So what is it? What is it? Where are you being invited to grow in your life? Where are you being invited to grow? What itch do you have that needs to be scratched? Because you're no longer satisfied with where you are. You're no longer satisfied with that area of your life. So when I talk about being satisfied but eager for more, I'm just saying in general, I'm satisfied with my life. So I'm not dissatisfied. I don't have a discontent. I am grateful and satisfied and eager for more growth, eager for more possibilities, eager for more opportunities, eager for more learning, eager for more expansion, eager for more for my eyes to see, eager for more, satisfied and eager for more. Do you see? And so when we think about those things, where are you, beloved? Where are you? Look, we've been talking about a growth opportunity all Friday long. All week long. Here we are on Friday. This is our 5th segment of growth growth factor. What's your growth factor and your love opportunity? This is our 5th segment. So by now, if you've been on the segments, by now there should be some rumbling in your mind, in your soul, about growth. moving forward, picking up more pieces, laying some down, going in different doors, expansion and increase and becoming. There should be more, right? I expect that there's more. If you have owned this conversation, right? I'm just starting the conversation, but my expectation is that when we have our short 20-minute conversation, that you then go on and have a further conversation with yourself and with others and with others. There's this I forget what is his name. He does a podcast and he talks about this percentage that if just being inspired gives you a 31% chance of carrying out the inspiration, but if you come up with a plan, you increase that chance of carrying out to 91%. Now if you share your plan, you increase it to 99% because that sharing gives you accountability. It gives you accountability. So if you all will notice that I often share things quickly, maybe some might say prematurely, but I understand that it holds me accountable for what I've said. And so I am one of those people that if I say it, I want to make it happen. I want to make it happen. And sometimes I'll ask you all to remind me because I know that I'm in the moment. And if I don't write it down, I'm likely not going to remember. So I'll have those inspired moments, but I need community to hold me to some of those. Some of them, they're going to stay with me because they're already gestating, right? They're already gestating. But some that I get an inspired action while we're engaging together, those sometimes leave me right after we are in the moment. So if you ever hear me say something and you definitely want to see it happen, bring it back up to me. So remember you said this, that, and the other. And if later down the road, it's still, time for that to happen, then we will make it happen. So what's up, y'all? What is going on? Y'all kind of quiet this morning. What's happening on your end? Do you hear me? Are you with me? That's how we check in. Do you get that? So your growth opportunity, I've been saying it all week long, your growth factor and your love opportunity. What does that look like for you? What does it look like for you? What is your next step in growth? What is your next step in growth? We've got to assess because assessment is everything. If we're not able to determine where we're going from here, if we're not able to determine what our next step is, then we're going to probably stay where we are. So what's your next step? What's your next step? What's your next opportunity for growth? Make sure that you are taking advantage of your learning, of your exposure, of your experience. Make sure. All right. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right then. So where are we? Oh, we at 6:03. Okay. Well, we got there pretty quickly. We are next week is it. Next week is countdown week. And I know what I did last time. My next step in growth. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. What is your next step in growth? And so last time I brought up what did I bring up? What is that? So it was something I wanted to show you that I showed you yesterday, but I don't have it up, so I can't show it, and I don't remember what it was. It was something about next week. But either way, you all know that we are at countdown. So let's make sure that we are prepared to celebrate. A couple of things mainly. No matter what you do, love you more, love you first, love you thoroughly, love you enough that you have sufficient amount to share with someone else so that wherever you take yourself to, that they experience love because you're overflowing with love. That's our goal. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength, And thy neighbor, last part, as thyself. As thyself. Like God has created us as beings of love. And so when we got the breath of life, we got a portion of love in us. That's what allows us to love, because God is love, right? And we are created from love. So it's a part of our DNA. But sometimes in life, it gets snuffed out with stuff. So our responsibility, scripture talks about working out our own soul salvation. My portion of that working of our soul is so that we infuse ourselves with love, so that which is the greatest element of anything in the entire universe, from my perspective, so that it's always present and available for us. So that's what I'm inviting us to. So on next week, Thursday, lots of love is going to be flowing. This girl will be on 1,000 steroids, on 1,000, because she will turn 16. And as I always do, I invite you to journey with me, especially on these occasions. So all day long. So we're going to Frankenmuth, and then after Frankenmuth, we're going to go to Airtime, and after Airtime, whatever. It's going to be an all-day event. So join us, especially live for the show. Call in and make sure you get your free gift, which would be my book to you. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you know what we did. We forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. See you probably still this weekend, since we're doing countdown. I think I'm still going to do my birthday countdowns. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Just not at 5:40 in the morning, though.